if you ain't ready to get hit.
Well, allow me to drop some knowledge.
I have to disagree. I saw the Sailor Moon outfit.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Let me get these guys in
Guess we just wait
here.
for everybody else.
Yeah.
Boy.
See me.
Fix your stuff.
Awesome.
Hey,
Oh shit.
it's been so long since I seen you too. Oh my god.
I know, it's been forever.
What's up, girl?
Hey. Trying to get this situated. Okay, right. Trying to get this situated.
Oh, this is gonna be lit. This is gonna be bad.
My BMF Army,
What's
she
up, Flo?
plays Jedi, the BMF Goddess. Here joined tonight by some of my returning co-hosts. We have Megan, Tim, Punk City. Guys, just say hello. Say a little bit about yourself. You can start first, Megan.
Oh, okay. I'm Megan. I've been knowing you for like a couple of months now. We've been following each other. I work for, Fighting Evolution Wrestling based out of Miami. Just been working on shows and doing a little hosting there, here or so, there often. So, yeah.
Oh, we lost Punk. Hold on.
Do
Always losing Punk.
we?
I don't know what's that. Where's he? Damn, I forget the city he's from again, but terrible service.
Not New York.
There.
You good? You could go next, Tim.
Alright, well, hey, I'm Tim. I've known Goddess for about, 2 years? About that. I met her on a wrestling show in the Bronx when I lived there. So, yeah, pretty much that's it. And, this can be lit. She knows how crazy I can be and how zany my personality is.
What about you? Okay.
What
let's
about
go.
me?
You're comfortable sharing your sexuality pertaining to the
I go by they, them, or him, whatever pronoun you want to use. It's not a thing.
non-binary, right?
Yep.
Okay. And Megan, you are straight, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Punk City.
Yo.
Turning free. Give us a little bio real quick. Where you from? And your sexual orientation.
I'm from Cleveland, sadly enough. Hey, look, it's a very disappointing city, man. I swear to God. And I am, and my sexual orientation is straight.
Okay. So,
This is gonna be lit.
my BMF Army, and for those newbies out there, thank you for joining us. Tonight we are going to be talking about all things sex. It's an open floor. And always, as I say, no ignorance, no phobias, anything, negative related allowed in the BMF stage. Don't do it. You're a grown adult. Please behave as so. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, gotcha.
We're gonna be talking random shit, so it's not just one topic on sex. There's so
I have to act like an adult. Fuck.
I know, right? We at home. The fuck?
I didn't know sign no permission slip, ma'am. You know my mom.
So for those of you watching, please do join in the convo. If you have any questions or comments, we're gonna converse with you.
Most definitely.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just throw random shit at you guys, and then you could just say how you feel about such one by one.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
What is your no, I won't do it, absolutely not, never thing pertaining to sex? Megan.
No, never, ever, 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 ever do.
I'm dying to hear this one. I'm like taking notes now.
Pretty much.
I wouldn't have another partner in my bedroom, that's for sure. When it comes to that, I don't care if you hang with your friends, that's not a problem for me. But a third party in the bed, no. That's a no for me. Yeah.
No pieces. Okay. Tim?
Definitely no golden showers, no scat play, no no knife play, no fire play. Those are the 4 things that I don't do. And no children, because people do get off on that, unfortunately, in life, and we have to live with that in life.
Yeah.
But definitely no children, and also no pets is definitely a thing. No bestiality. Sorry, I don't. Fuck Mr. Ed on a Sunday. Sorry.
I agree with those. Punk City?
For me, it's I'm not doing pegging. Anything they got to do in my butt, no, we're not doing that. Everything's off the table on that point. No scat, water play, water sport, blood play. I'm not doing that. And the full fire play, I'm not doing that. I saw that firsthand and I got scared. I'm like, so this is what Kane and his wife does on the side? Because if they do, this is like it's painful. No. I don't believe that's about it. I just don't do the whole just one chick try to say, hey, let me try something. She tries to do the whole pegging thing. I'm like, no, this is not personal.
Why is it no on that? Period. Since you've never done it, how do you know you don't like it?
Because I saw it and I said, no, that is not for me. That is not for me. I am not built for that. No. Like anything that's for that.
You enjoy doing it. I know.
Some dude do enjoy it. I don't. I look at it and just go, you enjoy it. That's you. Me. That's me.
See,
I'm good.
You know who likes pegging? Chris Cage. Excuse me. Excuse me. Then I had to get that out.
He's joking, guys.
I'm about to say,
I love Chris. So Chris is awesome. Though. I fuck with him all day.
Super macho. He handles his business. So that's what we need to say about that. Talk about my man one more time. I'm gonna cut you. Next.
Right here.
Right.
Perfect. BFM Bagadas, what is your red flags? Like your
Yep.
Well, I agree with all the ones that Tim said. Pretty much.
What's up, Jax?
I'm not into the very masochists, very hardcore beating and stuff like that. No, I'm not hardcore like that by any means.
The BDSM?
I don't like bruises and stuff.
See, but the thing is that, the one thing about BDSM, I don't know if anyone dabbles into it or have active FetLife profiles.
I do. I just
I am so deep into BDSM, it's not a freaking joke.
See, the top 3 that I go with are Daddy Dom, Owner, and Dominant. And the thing you have to look at it like this. It's like people think have warped misconceptions about the 50 Shades of Grey shit. Because when that movie came out, that misconstrued any kind of view about the community has, because it's
Very
a control. Christian Grey is controlling. He's basically a masochist in a way. It's like, it's like one of those things that, that's not what we exemplify. Don't get me wrong. If you get off on, someone controlling every single aspect of your life, more power to you. Not going to kink shame you. But at the same time, women or men who don't get into the things that they get into because they seen it on a movie or they seen it firsthand, like nothing against that. If you've seen it, you know what? I have these blue eyes. I have a word that I can tell you that just because you see something firsthand doesn't mean you say, oh, you might not like it. But guess what? That's what you try it one time. And if you don't like it, then cool. Sometimes you need one or more, 3 times to try something and say, I actually really like something.
But whenever you do something like that, especially with, anything like a documentary or a sex series, you have to be very specific and do your research on it, because you're going to have somebody who's going to go in thinking this is exactly what it's going to be like, and then do a whole 180. So
that's why I tell people that. And that's why I tell people, I can give you, like, I could tell you abduction plays a thing, like, okay, this is what abduction plays about, but in the same time, like, oh, I want you to read up on it first and then ask me questions. The thing is, I don't want to be that biased opinion in your ear who's going to try to sway you to do that kink, because that's what I get off on. No, I want you to read on it, do your research on it, and then come back to me when you have something intelligent to say to me. It's like I've been a dom for 17. Amen. I've been a dom for 17 years. Like, I've been in BDSM lifestyle for 17 years, and I've seen a lot of shit. Like, I've gone to paddles in New York City. I go to, there's places out in New York City. There's places everywhere for that kind of stuff. But the thing is that's why safe words are invented. And unfortunately, there's people out there who neglect the safe words, because in a way, when people ask us, when I vet dom and subs and all that stuff, when I tell subs, okay, who has all the power, the dom or the sub? The sub has mostly all the power, because even though it's a power thing where the dom has all the power, the sub actually chooses the dom, the sub chooses the limits, and the dom carries it out. It's simple logic. But the thing is that, that's why people get so screwed, because there's a lot of people who are predatory who will take advantage of our community, who will basically say, hey, I'm going to just not use, there's a safe word, but they're going to neglect it. I had a sub who one time was into all this crazy stuff, and then she was sensory improvised, so basically blindfolded, handcuffed, every single sense was gone. And then, there was a safe word invented, but the thing is that she had a boyfriend at the time who was doing that kind of stuff with her, and then she had 7 guys fucking gangbang her because against her will during that situation, and she got scarred for that shit. But in the same time, that
sounds like rape.
Yeah, and it was, and that's the thing is like, and she was like staying away from the industry for so long that she don't want to get involved in it again. She's like, I'm not getting involved in another dom again because I don't trust someone. And then and that's the problems.
One of those things. There's a lot of deranged people out there.
Yeah. But some people don't get off on the pleasure; they get off on the pain. They get off on the
pain. And the humiliation of it too, because I mean, now have y'all ever spotted out, like called out like a fake dom before, like a person that was saying, "Man, so many fucking times with me, so many times." I'm like, y'all just not to need, y'all not
for the
y'all can't be in the lifestyle
out there. For the vanillas out there, you gotta explain these terms. Can you explain what dom means?
So a dom basically is someone who is really like the dominant force, basically the control of the relationship in a way of an aspect of a control of a relationship. Someone who basically, is the stronghold of the relationship. And sub is the kind of one who could take a subservient role and like do basically like back to 1950 Housewives, basically, like all that crazy play where, they stay home, they do this, they do that, But the thing about the sub is that, you know, if Anastasia Steele, you know, wants her bank controlled, you know, her bank account controlled and like her every single aspect of her life controlled, that's her thing. Don't get off on it. You know, booties and booty all day long. Nice, see. But so like the thing is this. I'm not gonna enforce myself any kind of possible way. I've been I'm a respectful person. I've had female subs and I had male subs. You know, I know how it is. The thing I grew up in a tutelage where this was not even really known. You know, I picked up, like, you know, the way I figured it, I went to Paddles in New York City. That's the first time I went to a BDSM club, sat there, watched what's going on, and I actually found a married couple who demented me. And don't get me wrong, was I 100% dom all the time? No, because for a year, 6 months of being a sub, 6 months of being a dom, and then I figured out where I go off, and then where I decide.
G Strat said, I like it when a woman takes over a little bit or it takes a charge.
Take charge. So basically, he likes a dominatrix. That's what he likes.
Yeah,
he's probably into that kind of girl thing that, and I'm no getting wrong, MJ, you can correct me if I'm not being a mean about it, but he's kind of a girl where he kind of likes the girl where she'll fucking stomp on him a couple of times, in case maybe kick him in his balls a couple of times too, because I think that's something that I feel. Sometimes that's the thing.
Hey, funny part about it though, I actually know who that guy is, and that's my older cousin. And Cuzzo, if that's what you're into, I'm not judging. I'm not judging.
We don't judge you.
I'm not judging. I guarantee you, I stand by. I'm not going to judge.
It'll be an interesting family reunion when we see each other, though.
It'll be an interesting family reunion.
Megan,
Hmm?
how big is too big to you?
I'm taking notes right now. I'm taking notes.
So, me personally, when it comes to that, I don't even really care, because you can be very well endowed and not know what the hell you're doing. So you could have the size and the girth, but you're horrible. And I'm a person, when it comes to stuff like that, like, I'm not going to pick at something that you can't control. That's something you can't control. So when it comes to that mindset, like even as a teenager, I was like, why are you picking it? Because it's not what you think it's supposed to be. That's something they can't control. That's something so like that you can't control. So when it comes to that, like, honestly, I don't care. I honestly don't. I don't. Because if you have me mentally, then the rest is history.
I respect it.
Well, sounds pretty good.
Should I answer that one too?
Yeah.
Should I answer that one too?
The motion of the ocean, guys.
Should I answer how big too big for me right now?
The motion of the ocean does count for something. You can't go here fucking around like fucking rabbits.
Yeah.
And you can't, because the thing is that, you know what? I've been with people who, you know, are well equipped, and there's people who aren't. And that's the thing. It's like, you know, and like, you know, Megan said it, and she said it perfectly blank. Like, you know, it really doesn't matter. It's like to the point where, you know, you have to be secure of what you're doing. If you're not secure what you're doing, you have confidence in the bedroom, then that goes a long way.
It does.
And that's the thing. If you, you know, nothing. You can have a fucking 5-inch dick, and you can have a confidence that makes you fucking like King Kong. But at the same time, you know, then you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, because that confidence, if you have confidence in the bedroom, that makes me fucking like want you more. And the same thing with my girl. My girl's like, got to see my girlfriend. You know, she's a great looking woman. You know, she could be bad in bed all I care, because, you know, backstory about her, she's in Fed lockup and she's in there for 2 years more, and then she gets out here. And I never met her yet. But the thing is that she could be bad in bed, but you know what? If she has confidence, like, I'm doing this and I'm doing it right, that turns me on even more.
And guys, you know, I know sex is kind of a taboo subject, but you gotta be comfortable enough with whoever you're fucking to be able to voice how you feel, because it doesn't have to be bad.
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
Communication is key.
Taught anything.
Mm-hmm.
Communication is key, and y'all can learn from each other.
But another big thing you have to look at it too, like and even that's like like when you get involved with somebody, either when you get to that point where you're feeling comfortable right now, and you need to talk about the protection aspect, whether it's birth control or condoms, whatever the case may be, whatever your protection method may be. If you decide to get off that stuff, guess what? You're taking an STD test first to prove your stuff. Because I tell you right now,
What's up? Amen.
Some people just don't do it.
Yeah.
Some people
like even before we get ready to do something, I want that test.
Yeah, and you know what? Some people are like, "Oh, you should trust me." No, I don't trust you. I trust you completely.
I don't even trust the government. I don't even trust Vince McMahon to give us a good superstar. I don't even trust. I don't even trust my DoorDash people that's delivering my food.
I don't trust I don't trust Ronda Rousey being a WWE champion, but still, Dr. White, we're not going that far either.
Hey, look, I don't trust DC. I don't trust DC making good movies.
Before,
and you want me to trust you? Oh, fuck it. No. I want that test results. Yep. And if we ain't getting no test results, all right, on to the next one. Bye.
I respect that because a lot of people, they don't go through with that.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, it's okay if you're using condoms, but it's always great to have that extra, comfortability.
Yeah, but if you think about it, in this day and age, if you're saying I'm going to the doctor, the first thing someone says is, "Oh, are you okay?" No, I'm going for a checkup. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's so foreign for people to go to the doctor now, especially if you're younger. Like, why? That shouldn't be a foreign thing to do to make sure you're okay.
Girls and boys and humans, they take care of their body. That's the thing. Like, you need to take care of your body because because that's the thing. It's like girls need to take their pap smears. Like, identified people who take pap smears need to take pap smears. Like, that's the thing because there are trans women who do have a male part, but then they think they're still a woman, and they are. But at the same time, the one thing is that men have to get their colon checked after a certain age. It's like, okay, that's the thing. It's like, my son, I have 2 kids. I had one kid that was born a long time ago, passed away, but then I have one kid now. But the thing is that my son was born during a condom break. That's how my son was born. And don't get me wrong, do I love him any less? Absolutely not. He's still great. He's still a good kid, doing everything he has to do. But
honestly, a lot of people who do have sex, you'd be surprised how many people don't even know their bodies really well or know the fact that women should know this. Like, seriously, if you're having unprotected sex, just know that it takes a long matter of time for that person's DNA to actually leave your system.
Yeah.
It could be years. So just imagine having unprotected sex with multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
You got all that shit inside you. See, us as women is a lot different, which is why I don't understand women.
So
that's one of the things I say as far as with people who claim they're in monogamous relationships and then they end up cheating on their partner. The first thing they think of is, I don't want to get pregnant. For me personally, and I've said this over and over, I personally don't care who you cheat on me with. That ain't the issue. The fact is, you cheated on me, period, which means you put my life in danger.
And that's why polyamory is a thing too. That's another thing we can talk about.
And let's not forget, you also did break my trust too.
You broke my trust.
Have you guys ever been betrayed like that? That's happened to me once.
Yeah.
I had to do the condom, and then when we were done, I seen that he never even opened it, and I wanted to punch him in the face. Like, don't violate me like that.
Yeah,
there's also cool.
To me, but the point is, don't fucking violate me like that.
But also there's something called stealthing. I don't know if anyone knows what that is.
Well, for the vanilla people, go ahead and go ahead. So explain it.
So also stealthing is another thing. It can happen in one or two ways. One, the guy can take the condom off the thing, out the wrapper before you get there and poke holes in it.
Yeah,
that's one. And on top of it too, you may going at it, okay, put a condom on, and he puts a condom on, and then you're going at it, okay, you're enjoying it, and within the last second, when he's about to bust his nut, he fucking takes the condom off and goes inside you. That's stealthing.
Yep.
That's such a sense of betrayal. Like, why would you do that? Especially if the chick has been very vocal, she doesn't want kids. That's even worse. If you guys have talked about it and she's been very vocal, saying like, yeah, like no, I don't want kids, or no, I'm not ready yet, and then you still do it.
So when Goddess was talking about DNA and like women's bodies for last long, so you telling me, you know, Riley Reid has like 5,000 people in her fucking system right now?
Let me tell you, there have been.
Damn it, man.
Riley Reid has over. Come on, man.
You just made me spit my tea out, man. Damn, man.
Spitters are quitters. Spitters are quitters, sir.
Shut the fuck up. This is proof. One specifically, a woman had twins, and she had 2 different baby fathers because she was fucking them both at the same time. And yes, that's an anomaly, but that's just to show you that it we did. And for me, that's just nasty. I'm sorry. I'm not judging anyone.
Yeah.
For me personally, no, I don't want a bunch of DNA in me. I'm good. When I first was talking to Chris, before we even had our first date, I sent him pictures of my STD test. That's how thorough I be. So yeah, I don't play around.
And he's still stuck with you since. I don't know how.
Shut up, you jerk.
He lost the fuck out of her. I mean,
guys,
she's got that.
My man's
because Goddess got a cake.
You masturbate.
What?
Don't get quiet.
No. I was about to say, wait, repeat what you just said, guys.
That's for all of us.
I don't.
Well, it depends. Well,
I'm doing tests.
I don't.
I'm answering that.
So just a question though. Wait, can I ask a question though? How many times do y'all get tested though? Like in the time span?
At least, well, being that I'm only with one person for the last 5 years, at least twice a year.
4 or 5.
Yeah. If but
well, because HIV and AIDS, they can have a 6-month window. So yeah, you need to do every single twice a year.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But as for when it comes to what you say, how much do you masturbate? Well, on my day off, it's like 4 or 5 times a day, and then when I'm not working, it's like,
God damn! What the fuck?
I'm not gonna lie.
Explain your situation.
Well, like we talked about, my girl's in lockup right now, so I'd rather not cheat. I'd rather just jerk off and get that off. Like
How long does she have left? You said 2 years?
She got 2 more years. She got 2 more years left.
What if on good behavior? She can get out in a year?
Well, she'll be out in 2024. That's a good behavior and everything.
Okay.
So, you know, it's like, that's why when we had the group chat about this topic, like, you know, I said, that's why I'm married to my hand for the next 2 years. Because, you know, that's the thing. It's like, you know, like, I'm not going to go out and cheat. Like, do me and my girls have the rule where we have a hall pass where, you know, she finds a girl in there, she wants to get little, you know, some action, then do it. You know, same thing here. Like, I'm in Michigan. She's like, if you find a girl out there, do it, then do it. Yeah, Papa's got past. Lucky.
Somebody else said 4 to 5 a day.
Well, that's on a good day because you've seen how hard it is to schedule. Well, that's on a good day because you've seen how hard it is to schedule.
He said if he was off work.
I have the time to do so.
Yeah. Well, you know, you've seen the schedule because, like, you know, when we try to schedule this thing, like, you know, I work 80 hours a week. It's like I don't have time to, like, I work from like 9 in the morning to 10 at night, sometimes midnight.
To be honest,
what?
Park City. Don't be avoiding
questions, bro.
Yeah, don't avoid questions.
Wait, I'm not avoiding talking. I'm still trying to cooperate with what he said. He said 4 to 5 times a day. 4 to 5 times a day, like that must be a long day.
First of all,
that must be a very sunny morning.
I've had times in my life where I've done it 4 to 5 times a day.
Well, honestly, look, Trippy told women have a limited time. They have a limited access on how many times they can masturbate. Men have
it's much simpler.
True.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't know. I'd be too busy to be doing it, man.
And
then even if I want to do it, I just go like, you know what? Should I?
And that's why it's hard. Like, you know, that's why it's literally hard. Like, you know, it comes at a
Masturbation is healthy. It helps release. Masturbation or sex, whichever one. I'm super busy as well. I'm always working, so I don't have a lot of time to do so. But on my free time, I do frequent more. I have my sex life is super healthy, but my touch is the best touch. And I'm sure
mine is not healthy right now. Mine is like mine is the unhealthiest one in the world because
see, I want to divide mines. I want to divide mines up because of me having women problems everywhere. It's just like, you know, it's not possible for me to have different women, different area codes. So it's like when somebody be like, man, I wish I had a girl or something. I just feel like pulling out my book and be going, okay, I got this one chick. She got about 3 kids, but she's still down. She's still down for whatever because it's like.
Not all prisons get conjugals.
Not all prisons get conjurers, Lucky. And you know what? And you know what, Lucky? I have to agree with you because you know when it says masturbation is a new real thing. That's why me and my girl talked about it. Like because. The thing is that, you know, her hand can go so far when she messes with her thing, and that's why she's a girl she messes around with in jail. But the thing is that me, on the other hand, who doesn't want to go out and cheat, even though I have the permission to do it, I feel like I'm still cheating. And that's me being faithful and honest. It's like, you know, I'd rather be real with her about it.
I respect that.
And you know what, guys? You know, masturbation isn't even the only thing anymore. There's so many the toys that they have now that they didn't have before. It's crazy. Like you can have you can have a whole doll, a pussy at home with no person attached. So you know.
I think like
that was on TV. Like you know the show.
I think Chris needs to get her a lush. I think Chris needs to get her a lush.
Oh no.
No, see, the whole thing about the doll is it'll be cool to have one for some people, but imagine you just waking up in the middle of the night, you try to figure out who the fuck is that sitting on your chair.
I would love a female one. What? Is there really expensive? But I would
pussy pocket.
Just so you know.
Nah, I can't do that either.
Well, you know what the funny thing is though? The funny thing is that because you know what, Deontay on Love at the Lockup had it, so you know why can't I? You know, but you know, it's like like it's one of those things. But you know what? She needs a lush. Like women, that is the best sex toy in the world. Get a lush. It's a love sense. So basically, you know, put that in your freaking pussy. Let some guy control it or some girl control it for the whole day, and then guess what? You don't know when you're gonna get fucking zapped with it. So there you go.
Nah, but I'm not. You know, I'm a healthy freak, but I'm not like. Okay.
I'll buy Megan one, I promise.
Oh, I got my 9-to-5 job and
I'm banging.
Put her on when she's in wrestling training.
No, God, no.
Pretty much people say vibrating panties.
That was a thing with these YouTubers. They were doing that, and it literally was a button. They would put it in their partner's panties, and then that was like a big trend for like 3-4 months.
I think I've seen one of those before.
Yeah, and they would do that, and I was like, it was one influencer. She fell to the floor. I was like, they dead behind her. She's dead behind her.
So I did that before, and boy, I was choosing the worst times to be doing it. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna fuck with her throughout the whole day. Here you go, bleep. And just sit there watching the struggle like, you know, it's a conversation with the waiter. Yeah, you make that chicken Alfredo, don't you? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's what I talked about.
I was evil with it. I didn't give a fuck. I did not give a fuck.
Yeah.
Pretty Micah, that's what I talked about, a love sense. That's what I talked about. That. Yep.
So, guys, how often do you think oral sex should last?
Depends on the man or woman. Depends on who I'm doing it to.
Man, it might differ. So
it depends on the
maybe.
And think about time now. Think about time and think about a person's jaw, guys.
Yeah.
See, my
okay, wait.
My dom saw
how well experienced.
How long you take to orgasm?
My dom side says, you know, like when it comes to, you know, giving guys head, fucking like at least 10, 15 minutes right now. My dom side for a female fucking lasts a half an hour. I can eat that shit like a grocery all fucking day. I'm good with that. So,
Okay.
like, you know, I'll like the salad and everything. I'll make sure you get all taken care of down there. Like, come on now, let's reroll with it.
That don't sound like foreplay. That sound like a Golden Corral buffet.
Pretty fucking much.
Listen, country kitchen. There you go. Let's go.
I think for a female, at least 15 minutes. And if you're not good, then go longer. But
Well, she looked like Charlotte Flair, absolutely.
Oh. She's a good-looking woman. I think she's a good-looking woman.
Because when you do it, no time to slow.
She better looking than Ronda Rousey.
I mean, I always do it for like at least about 26 minutes, maybe.
That's great.
But depending on the woman I'm doing it with, because because it's like,
yeah.
Well, and then because it's like depending on who I'm doing it with, because it's like if it's like a vanilla person, I'm sorry, that's like 10 minutes for me right there. Because by the time I'm done foreplaying, she already done orgasm like 5 times already and everything. So she already limp body and everything. Now, if it's like a person who got like a medium experience, okay, that would be about like a good 20 minutes. But if it's a person that's like really experienced with this, then about 26 minutes, maybe 30 if I'm feeling lucky.
I can't.
You get 26 minutes. That's what I want to know.
Well, I can't give oral sex unless something's incorporated, like basically saying that, you know, like I can't do it. Like basically, if I'm handcuffing you or whatever it gives me, I don't get off of vanilla sex. That's, you know, I very rarely get off on it. And the thing is that I'm putting myself first on that one. I'm sorry, but that's what it comes down to. I need someone who's going to be handcuffed, or someone's going to be restrained, or someone's going to be blindfolded, some kind of thing.
As long as you're upfront and honest about it, like I've always said, that be upfront with whoever you are. So if you're a person that don't want to be in a relationship, just say, look, I just want somebody I can just get my rocks off and keep it pushing. Because you trust me, this day and age, you have some women who will go along with it, especially if they have kids and they don't have time for a relationship. You have some women who will say, you know what, let's do it then. We can meet on this day, this day. I meet you here. Just be upfront. Don't be surprised. I have a POF account, right? I have a POF account, and then I have it on my thing. I'm looking just for a good time. That's it. So some girls I talk to and whatever. This one girl that I recently started talking to, she's like this. She's like, oh, you know, then she started catching feelings. I'm like, listen, I'm not here for the feelings. Put it in your bio. You're just looking for a good time.
I'm not here for the feelings. I'm not here for the good time and the Red Lobster. I'm here just to, you know, give you a bang and that's it. That's all I'm there for.
She could change her mind. That's what it was. She took you in as a project and thought she could change her mind.
I'm sorry, but Taylor has my heart before anyone else.
Oh, no. I know that, but some girls are fixers. She probably liked you and was like, you know what? I can make him change his mind. Even though you said it in your bio, I just want a good time. She thought she could probably change her mind, honestly.
A lot of women have tried that out here, but, you know, that's the funny thing. A lot of women have tried that out here, and it hasn't worked because, you know, Goddess knows I'm a faithful person. She knows that I don't cheat. And that's the thing is, like, you know, if it comes down to it, it comes down to it. Like, if it happens, it happens. Like, you know, I'm not looking for it because I work too damn much that I have no time to freak off with another woman person. But, you know, but in the same time, it's like I'm busy as shit. I'm sorry. But the only day I can do things is Monday, and that's it. And that limits me from a good window to now like a 1 day a week window because I started my day at 6 o'clock this morning. I'm not finishing my day till 11 o'clock at night because all the errands, this, everything else, video chats with the wife. I'm not done till 11 o'clock at night. And then I have to wake up at 8 and start all over again tomorrow. And then I'm busy all week. Like Goddess goes like, you know, me and Goddess, we talk, but then now it's because I work him too much. We go like, you know, once every couple of days. Now it's like once every 2 weeks of a check-in because, you know, I'm so damn busy and so is she.
All right.
So, guys, what's the craziest sexual experience you've ever had?
The what?
Craziest?
The worst or the best?
The cravings, the otters, the freaks.
Damn, I'll say the oddest one for me was when my coworker at my old job, she came up to me and she pretty much, like, me and her was cool, but she was an Asian woman, and she was just basically like, I just gotta ask her one question. I'm like, okay, what's up? How big are you? And me being the dumbass, I'm like, you already see how big I am. 6'5", 300 pounds. What's up? No. Talk about like in between your pants. I'm like, oh, you talking? Okay, just have the question. Have you been over to the dark side before? No, I never slept with a black man before. We are not FDA approved, okay? And I do not want to fuck you up. So go to somebody else with that shit. Go to somebody else with that shit. And her husband was like, no, I just want her to get fucked. And I'm like, bro, this is getting kind of awkward. Then the fucker turned around. The fucker turned around and was like, okay, I will pay you $565 right now. I'm like, so I'm holding, huh?
Odd numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. $565 in my pocket was sounding good, but then I thought about it. I'm not a hoe. I'm not a hoe.
But here's the funny things, right? When we talked about that being a cuckold, the thing is that, you know what? I will never claim the cuckold thing. I will never put that a title for myself. But the thing is that me and Taylor, that's my girl's name, like, we talk about our sex life when she gets out, like what would it look like and what consists of. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that, you know, me and her have the mutual agreement that, you know, we both get off on, like, you know, watching her fuck a black guy. Like, you know, that's one thing we both, like, is a thing. And, like, you know, it's a solidified thing. And people think, oh, that's a fetish. You're fetishizing black people. You know, case maybe, you know, that's just a preference. That's what we want. That's what we desire. It's like, you know, same thing as trans people. Like, when I'm clean shaved and everything else, I have people say, hey, I want you to wear a dress. Okay, cool. I'll do that. Not a problem. I'll wear my makeup and cool. I got you. But the thing is this. I'm not a fetish. I still have feelings. That's the thing that people don't understand. That's people don't understand. Like, you know, some people get off on a certain race, or I get off on a certain, like, you know, gender, or I get off on a certain thing. Don't think it's fetishizing. That's just a preference. Sometimes people do take that borderline of what fetishizing and what preference is, because there's a fine line between that.
Very fine line, yeah. You're right. I agree. Yeah. I agree. 100%. Yeah.
And I think the most crazy experience I've had was probably, well, it depends on what the guy or girl, because it could be either one. But, you know, it's like, I've had a lot of freaky shit in my life. You know, so I think one time I met this person. You know, I met this person. It was at the Pride Parade in Huntington in Long Island. And it was my first time, like, coming out, like, being who I am, whatever, I don't give a shit. And then I remember taking this Tootsie Pop from this drag queen. And then, you know, I was, like, kind of flirting in a way. So then the next day, I went to AOL. I went to the chat rooms for AOL. And then I found this name, looked familiar. And I messaged them. I said, hey, are you this person from there? And they responded, like, yes, I am. So we hung out that day. Right in the bathroom in her workplace. Oh my God.
Okay.
In the bathroom at her workplace. Never had that happen.
But you know, I have to say their workplace, because, you know, they were a drag queen, but they were male identified too. So it's like one of those things that, you know, 13 inches is definitely too big for me that day. So, you know, let's put it that way. So it was like, damn, hot damn. But the girl experience, I think the girl experience, though, before we get to Megan, sorry. So the guy was one thing, and the girl was basically hanging out in the alley, and then I found out she smelt down there.
Huh? The alley or her back alley? Which one?
No, the alleyway of around somewhere in the alley. But please, douche ladies, thank you very much. It is a thing. Please, you know, that is definitely FDA approved. So I'll get you some summary. I'll get you some Plan B, whatever the fuck you need. Just please make sure you smell. Make sure you do that. Thank you.
Okay.
Back alley. That's hilarious.
Now it's Megan's turn.
I feel like a prude compared. Well, I am a prude compared to y'all. Honestly, I am. I don't have.
Well, go ahead.
I don't have anything like that. Like I've just always been a person like, okay, I just want to do it like in a bed. That's it. Like, I've made out in a car. That's about it. I mean, I go to strip clubs, but that's about it. That's it for me.
Food just makes you
Huh?
No,
Everybody likes what they like. You're not approved.
Yeah.
no,
I
that's
I
being.
like what I like. You
She's
know.
conservative.
She's
Yeah, I guess
vanilla.
I can say that. Yeah. Yeah, I can say
All
that.
right, Goddess, your turn.
Yep.
Oh, Pity. I didn't hear you though. I think
Goddess,
back
it's your
off
turn.
of what Tim said. One time with the next, we were drinking, me, him, and my girlfriend at the time. I have had several relationships where it was either three or I have my girlfriend and I have my boyfriend separately.
Mm-hmm.
These two were separate, but this particular night we said, fuck it, let's have some fun. We were drinking. It was getting hot and heavy. My ex started, he started fucking me, and then, she was laying on the bed, so he bent me over, and then she started to take off her pants, and booyah. At the moment I got the whiff, I sat up. I told my man at the time, I said, put your dick away. We're going to the next room. And we truly finished without her. I was like, there's no way I am touching something. No.
But you know what?
See,
For me, though, I'm okay. I was
Especially
the friend that was a great wing woman. That was my thing. I was a great wing woman. Like, I was the friend. If I had a friend like Megan, I want to do something with this guy. Okay, let me know when you're done. I'll come pick you up. I was that type of friend. Like, I was a great wing woman. That was my thing. I was a phenomenal wing woman. What? Like, I had my friend Jason, he's gay, when we would go out to the club. I ain't even gonna front, he was a little promiscuous, but me being a great wing woman to him, talking to him, this guy over here, this guy over, this guy over here, I would get free drinks out of it. Because they love fish.
Yeah.
They love natural fish. So I was a great wing woman. I was great. That was my thing. I was a wing woman. I'm like, if you want to do your thing, let me know when you finish. I'll come pick you up.
You know what? And here's the funny thing is, though. You know what the funny thing is, though? It's like, we're talking about like crazy stuff too. Here's another crazy story for you real quick on that one. So I was probably 16, 17 years old, and I was hanging out, whatever. So I was living in Long Island at the time. Whatever, cool. I went to this thing called Sports Plus. It was like, like everything there. So my family, like my dad's side of my family, we don't talk. Like, we don't know what's going on. So this one girl, she looked kind of cute, whatever, like talking to her, like, blonde hair, nice titties, whatever. So we go to her car, we start doing things, and we start, whatever. So then we left off. I'm like, okay, I've never seen this girl in my life. Great, wonderful. So then it was around Thanksgiving. So then my dad decides, like, let's start family bonding and, like, meeting all the family. I met that girl at my family reunion. She was my cousin. I was like, family reunions are awkward now.
Yo, this is PSA. Stop telling people who you procreated with. Y'all need to tell these people because something like this can happen. Stop lying about you having kids and stuff, man. This can happen.
No.
Yeah.
You gotta know your whole family tree, man.
But that wasn't your fault. That was the generation before you fault.
Gina, I said two things from my cousin, and that is something that I have to say. And I'm not a redneck. I'm from New York originally, so
you didn't
I'm not
know.
inbred. I didn't know anything. Yeah.
I'm done.
Y'all tell y'all people who y'all related to. Don't do that. That's bull. Like,
yeah, please do. Because golly.
And
I'm not going to say that
wasn't your fault. This was your generation before who didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm. and that's the thing is, like, people, like, the thing of things, like, like, I have a very candid sex life. I'm very out there. I don't give a shit who hears it. Like, like me and Goddess have definitely, like, we went to where? Party City. We went to Red Lobster together. We've done that. But God forbid, put us in a sex store child, you'll be in trouble because I'll get us kicked down there in 5 minutes.
Yeah, somebody said checking the family tree. I can't.
Please do check your family tree.
Check your family tree.
Dueno said, I fucked a girl in my great-grandmother's floor outside her door and got rug burn from it.
Nice.
Ouch.
That was the instant karma.
I think
You
I would
know,
jump off the roof if my grandmother saw I would jump off. It was she had to take me somewhere. And you know how when you go to your doctor's visit for the first time and they got to ask you like a laundry list of questions? Now, if it was my mom, I would have answered them like no tomorrow. But the fact that it was my grandmother, I was like, oh my God. So when we went out to eat like an hour and a half later, she was like, can I ask you something? Did you feel uncomfortable? I said, oh God, yes. But I was honest. It's not like she didn't know. It's just the fact that like I said, this is my mom, I would have rattled it off like no tomorrow. But like my grandma, oh my God.
okay, here's a question for everybody. Here's a question for everybody right now.
Uh-huh.
How do you like your partner's pubic arrangement? Shaved, trimmed, George W. Bush style, like Punk City's hair.
I'm a grown ass woman.
I'ma say it like
as long
this.
as it's clean. I'm a grown ass woman.
Right. As long as it's clean and it's not looking like this, then I'm good. If I can't run a comb through it or pick it out with a pick, then I'm good.
So
But if it's like
just for me kit, then you're not doing it.
Exactly. If I can take hair clippers and actually shave
just
it,
for me, for
then we
everybody
got a
out
problem.
there, that's for black people who get a perm. That's what that is.
Matter of fact, put it like this.
Yeah.
If I can put a braid in it, then we got a problem.
Oh no.
No, like
We got a problem.
I can't do chia pets. I can't do, the whole dental floss on the weekend. It doesn't work for me. Like I need something that's like bare shit. I'm good.
Like we already got beards, Jay. We got beards. I don't want to go down and get extra facial, get more hair on my hair. Like, no, gotta make me feel like I'm kissing a grown man. No, I'm good.
Come on, guys. What other questions you have? I know you have more.
Like, trim it.
Make sure it's clean and a good trim doesn't hurt nobody.
But honestly, it's so funny, and that's so funny you mentioned this. Like, I've been doing some hosting stuff, right? And oh my God, when I tell you, some of these people had the worst breath ever. So for me, in my mind, if you can't take care of your teeth, what makes me think that you wash your hands?
Yeah.
Because this is the first thing people see and smell. You don't think that's the first thing I go to, because if you can't take care of your mouth, then what is your whole hygiene? And I'm not talking about you wake up and spray perfume. You don't put funk over perfume. No, you don't do that.
You don't do Irish shower.
But people do
You
that.
don't do that anyway. And you don't put lotion on dirt. You don't put lotion on a nasty body. You don't do that either.
I know so many people who did that shit.
We are all too grown for this. Be clean. If you old enough to do, then wash it off you. Like you need to know how to do it.
And that's the thing. And that's
okay.
Huh?
Guys too.
Mm-hmm.
No, so even when the thing with me is this, like, I'm a very clean person. Like I shower twice a day, I brush my teeth like twice a day, whatever. But the thing is this, like, because it's a double-edged sword, because if I don't wash myself and I don't make myself clean, because I'm a chef by trade, they challenge me being a chef now too. Like, you really smell like that in the kitchen? It's like, it's like, do you really, can you make a hamburger like smelling like that? I'm like, no, like, because when I come home from work every day, I smell like a whole fucking fire pit. And it's like, I smell like a whole, and I'm like, I need to get in that shower. And I tell you right now, it's like, that's the one thing that's important, because not to name names, but that even some wrestlers, man, they smell like, nobody's business. And, Candy Cartwright's definitely one of them, but I'm not going to put her name out there. But,
I'm
I'm sorry.
Reno's comment. He said, out here smelling like low tide at Coney Island.
Fact, Dueno, yes. Smell it.
Pretty much. I've never been to Coney Island, but pretty sure it smells bad over there.
Smells like Staten Island. Smell like Staten Island. For real. Smell like, what's her name? Fucking Angelina.
Next at a strip club, okay?
Oh, that's normal.
That's normal. That's like that's on like 5 points on the freaking board.
I find
Gozo.
I find strip clubs being a tease though.
Yeah, and to be honest, I like strippers. Don't get me wrong, I'm friends with strippers, but it's like, would I go to a strip club and have fun? No, because I worked hard for my money. Why do you deserve this? Fuck all that.
Yeah.
You pretending to like me because I'm giving you some money.
But here's the funny thing is, right? So here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing about Bodywork places.
I try to throw as many singles as I can, but I will wait for the ones that I want to see. Like I won't throw them the other ones.
But here's the funny thing about Bodywork places. All right, let's talk about Bodywork. Everyone knows what that is, of course. Yeah. Bodywork is a fancy way of saying get a happy ending at the end. Mm-hmm. So I've been out here, I've been out in Philadelphia, and I've been out in Michigan.
He goes, he gets happy endings in like all these states.
Right? You ready for this? In New York, in Manhattan, I went to Bodywork places in those three places. Mm-hmm. In Manhattan, you give them they'll give you a happy ending, but it's not a blowjob happy ending. It's a hand job happy ending.
Okay.
Oh,
when I was
who does the blowy?
Myself, what the hell?
No, in New York, in Brooklyn, when I was staying in Brooklyn, when I paid for a Bodywork place, I had full-fledged sex.
Okay.
Philly, same thing.
Okay.
And the thing, and that's the thing, people don't understand that, huh?
How much extra is it?
Well, I know they charge usually $60, $80 averagely on top of what you pay for the hour.
Okay.
You know what? And I needed a need. Like, before I met Taylor, when I was when I was in Queens, I told Taylor, I said, I'm going to a Bodywork place, get a massage done and do that stuff. That was the best $80 of my life right now.
It's real.
Make your paper, sis. Make your paper, sis. Go ahead. Somebody got to do it. Make your paper, sis.
What? Do what?
No, the like the happy ending stuff. Make your paper. Do what you got to do. Look. As long as you're safe with it and just the only thing that I don't like, honestly, is they need to have more security to walk these girls to their car. That's the only thing. There has to be. Y'all need to have some people to walk these ladies to their car, because you'll have a nut who will really start to be fixated on somebody, and she's thinking it's a regular customer, and he's thinking in his head it's a relationship. That's the only thing. They need to have more security to help these females walk to the car.
I was working in New York City at the time, and you talked about the thing about people being safe. I have a lot of friends who do sex work too, and that work. That's work. I don't give a shit. You want to judge sex work, it's work. Yeah. But the thing you have to look at like this too. So a girl who was getting out at 3, 4 in the morning, I was finishing my job at 1, 2 in the morning, and I was literally an hour away. And you know how subways are on the weekend, or subways in general after 11 o'clock, they are horrible. So what happened was that I went to the job that she was staying at, the strip club, and I took the train with her to her house and took the train back home, even though I'd be working at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. I didn't care. She's like, do you mind? I'm like, no. If I didn't mind, I would never have done it. That's the thing. I'm a respectful guy. I'm a respectful human who will make sure you're okay. Oh my God!
Man, that's the important part.
And that,
you got to. Some of these women out here are being targeted, and to be honest, I actually had to supply some of my sex worker friends with tasers and pepper sprays, hell, even knives. And I'm like, y'all better use this to y'all fullest potential because, goddamn. But only one of them used it to her potential because some guy was trying to follow her, and let's just say that he does not have a nipple no more.
Good.
She sliced it completely off, and I'm like,
bled out. How dare you do something like that where she's gonna give it up to you and you were paying for it and you had the audacity to want to harm her? No, she should have slit his throat.
A best rule of ethic everybody needs to know. Everybody should know. When you go on a date with somebody, when you are single and you get to this phase where you want to date people and you want to get to feel people out, because I know I'm not single. Goddess isn't single. Megan, you're single, correct? And Punk, you're single, right?
I'm single.
So for the single people in here and the people that are on the views right now, just understand this, that you take a girl to dinner or you take a guy to dinner or whatever his may be. I believe in old-fashioned saying that, you pay for both your meals and that's it. Like, you pay for your meal, I'll pay for mine, whatever. So there's no hurt feelings. But the thing is that if you want to go to thing where, I'll pay, and you want to be a big shot, cool. That's your thing, cool, pay for it. But the thing is that if you pay for the meal, do not think because you pay for the meal that a woman should give you her cookie.
Thank you.
That's the biggest pisses me off about men today.
Yes.
It's like the one thing that men fucking think that because I paid for this meal and I gave you my attention and I did all this, that you need to give me some action. It is not the fucking case.
But
and that's what I hate about most
courting someone is gone too. The art of courting someone, that's gone. Like, what are you doing? You want to come chill with me at my house? Why the first time I'm meeting you is in your place? I don't know where the heck I'm at. Like, the first time we're meeting, we need to both drive our own separate cars.
Anymore, it's like, chill.
People don't want to court. No.
I'm gonna leave you have some red, okay?
Girl, I'm not.
Amen.
Taking me out, so we're going out somewhere, because you don't even have to, like, we could do 50-50 and I'm a real independent. Like, that's not even the case. It's just, don't ask the first time for us to just chill, all right? Because I'm not.
What is that?
Very unattractive.
What is that?
Because anytime I want to go out, I just be like, all right, just want to go out, want to eat, that's it. Like, that's it. You don't want to try to do nothing else. Look, I just want to go to this restaurant to get some fucking food. I'm bringing your lonely ass with me because obviously you ain't got shit to do today. So let's go. And that's it. I mean, if it was in my intention to try to do something, then I'll work to it. But no, food is more important.
But that's the thing, because like my career and what I do, and I'm a chef, of course. Like we said that a little bit twice. But the thing is that just because I'm dating somebody and I'm in a relationship with somebody, I tell you right now, just because I do this as a career doesn't mean I want to cook every fucking time.
Yeah. And they think that, but can I ask you, wouldn't that be a turn on?
Oh my God,
Wouldn't that be a turn on for you if somebody cooks for you?
That would piss me off. That pisses me off to the point where, like, you can cook this, you can cook that, you can do this. Yeah, I can do it, but it doesn't mean I want to.
Yeah, you don't want to, yeah.
I start my day at 9 a.m. I finish my day by midnight. I've been cooking for 15 fucking hours. Do you think I really want to cook when I get home?
So when you come home and a hot meal is on the table, that'll be great for you. So if she's like, hon, I know you cook all day. I'm going to cook you something. You would probably jumping for joy, like, thank you, Jesus, I don't have to do this.
I had such disrespectful people in my life that I dated, where I came home after a 14-hour day, and this girl was staying with the time. Yeah, this girl was staying with the time. She like this, and then she was so ungrateful. She's like, "What's for dinner?" So then basically, I had paper menus in a drawer because when I'm not working, I'll get Domino's, I'll eat a Pop-Tart and a fucking ramen. I don't give a shit. So I fucking pull out all these menus from the drawer. I plop it down in front of her. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate it. Plop it down in front of her and said, here you go, pick your pick. Because I'm not cooking. I cook. If you see my Instagram, you see what I can do in the kitchen. That's what I'm capable of in the kitchen. It's like,
the last thing you want to do.
I do not want to do that because I tell you right now, I'm tired as fuck. And that's why I told Taylor. I said right now, because we started talking 9 months ago, and she has like 2 years left, almost 3 years of this. I said, you got 3 years of cooking to do right now because I ain't doing shit.
You could call that. They have courses available in jail. She can find something. You got courses available in jail. She can find something.
Like I asked her, I said, what do you want when you get out? Like, what are you craving when you get out, right? And I was expecting to hit a smart ass answer, like, I want your cooking when I get out. I want you to cook me this and that. I was waiting for that answer. You know what I got? What? I want panda orange chicken. Nice.
That is doable. That is very doable.
Now that I got drive-through, I can definitely do that.
I'm like, why Panda though? Why not PF Chang's? That's so much better.
Oh, please don't mention that. That's my kryptonite.
The oral sex talk.
Well, sorry, we're talking about food right now. We're kind of hungry. We're fat kids. We like to eat.
I love you. Thank you for being here today. I want to thank everybody who came to join us and everybody out there on YouTube land who will watch this.
Yeah.
And yes, please do. And just know that don't drop the soap because you'll be like Ronda Rousey taking it in the ass. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Golly, man.
Well, we'll talk.
God. Also, another reminder. Please stay safe and ask for your person test results. And make sure they're up to date. God, do not let them give you that itch that you just can't scratch.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
you can
seriously.
scratch it, you just won't stop scratching.
That's what I'm saying. Give you that itch that you just can't scratch.
There are new STDs every day.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
no glove, no love.
Exactly. And also, another thing I would like to say is stop always asking women for freaking sex when they don't want to have sex with you, okay? Move on to the next one. Or calm your ass down somewhere.
Let's
God, be respectful out here.
So we can go.
Let's take about 5 first things before we get off. 5 things. 1, guys, the girl pays for fucking everything. The girl does not pay for everything. Excuse me, pardon my French. And you not pay for everything yourself. Girls are not entitled to pay for your cookie. Number two. This is a good one. Ready? No glove, no love. You know, make sure you use a condom. You know, that's important. You know, O.J. Simpson didn't use a glove and look what happened. But, you know.
Jay Straight, who are you talking to? He's like, can you just ride my face? Are you talking to Tim?
Are you calling me, Jay?
Because Tim is talking. Are you talking to
Jay, Nick, Punky, you should. Jay's talking to me.
He's just talking to himself right now. I don't know.
If you want me to ride your face, that's $100.
$100.
More than that. Don't downgrade it.
$375.
Listen. I make $4,000 a month. I think I can make an extra $100 right now. Thank you very much.
I'm just saying $375. I'm just saying.
Women, he said.
Damn it, Megan. I guess you're the lamb on that one.
Wait, what? We need?
Damn.
You ride the pony and have it. Well, pretty much.
I'm done. I can't. What's
It's the
happening, man?
pocket tongue they have now for the women.
Oh, Lord.
No, but
I think you said.
What did I say?
No, did somebody say? Now I want to see who the hell. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Oh my God.
Well, because come on, God is taken, and he ain't talking about his cousin, and he ain't talking about me, so you're the only one left. So you're the lucky lamb tonight, man.
Oh, Jesus
Thank you for
Christ.
joining us. May the force be with y'all.
Bye, boo-boo.
Bye.